Hi, Aquarius. This is your December Tarot. My phone's ringing. Either your December Tarot or your Oracle. Either way, I never know until I turn around, so I just usually call it your Tarot. But I will say, for you all, you guys should be pretty much walking in your 11th house up until about the 21st, when you're actually entering your 12th house. And that's kind of your community, your friends, your membership house, your outer world. But it's also your self-realization, where your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, your goals lie. And the reason I say that first is because what Spirit is telling me, first off, is self, meaning you all. Pay attention to self. And then they are saying yourself, your self-realization in the very social foundations of what you have created. They are saying, I'm hearing authority. So I'm trying to figure out, apparently, are you speaking your authority? Considering as soon as I said I couldn't figure it out, they choked me. Because I knew it had to do with authority, but I couldn't figure out which way we were going. So this is, asking if you're coming into your true self-realization. Are you checking yourself and realizing on a true, deep, self-rooted, inner emotional security, self-creative, expressive way, your own personal interests and what matters to you, your higher self, your higher wisdom, your ethics, your morals, in the very social foundations of what you are part of? Are you speaking your authority? Or do you know what your authority is? Are you in question of it? Because Spirit is obviously wanting you to speak it, since I didn't know how to take that and make sure that, because they're saying it's your duty. It's your duty, it's your responsibility to, I guess, stand up for yourself in this area. And only you can get right with the roots of you and what that does in the social foundations of your life. You are dealing with some karmic debt because, like I said, you, after, I believe, the 21st, when the sun actually moves into Capricorn, you are in your 12th house, and you're in your 12th house hard. And I'm not even trying to pretend around this right now, because for it being you walking through your 12th house, Capricorn, I mean, you've got Saturn there, you've got Pluto there, you've got Venus there up until the 20th. You've got Jupiter there, you've got Sirius there. Right there is oversensitivity, karma, speaking to you of nurturing or neglecting self, boundaries. Are they there, or do they need to change, or have they been placed incorrectly? Coming into true depth of spirit, dealing with your skeletons in the closet, your self-deception, your self-undoing, your karmic debts, your self-sacrifice, grief, sorrow, shame, blame, fears, doubts, worries, anxieties. That's that 12th house. And that's before the sun moves in and even illuminates it more. I've been saying all last month, and I'm going to continue to say it right through, I think, to January. I think the air signs are probably having the hardest time with this shifting energy. And that's because you guys are so much more go with the flow. 1 minute I'm this, 1 minute I'm that, and you kind of go with the flow. You're very intellectually scattered. That's just part of who and what the air signs are. However, the energy isn't scattered. The energy is just very stagnant and not moving, just in your face like a bull, and it's staring you down. So I'm telling you right off the bat, give yourself some freaking love. Okay? Because you are coming into one of the most difficult times for self-realization with as many planets that's going on in that 12th house for you. But this is going to be an incredibly powerful, dignified, liberated time for you. But you have to give yourself that pampering and that self-love. Because you're coming into a whole new level of your spiritual journey. And you're definitely holding on to burdens and overwhelmed energy. And because of it, it makes you inflexible. And it allows you to create very bad cords upon yourself, is what I'm getting. If you are not, if you're worried about your reputation, if you're worried about being loved and honored, then you're going in the wrong way. This is about your self-love for yourself right now. This is about healing the self right now. This is about getting right with self, inner emotional security, and creative expression, and the true depths and roots of self, and overcoming this seriously as much as you can before the 21st. Because Capricorn energy is going to really be changing you and projecting you in new directions. And the more you've healed before the 21st, the less hard it's going to be after the 21st and between then and that eclipse. I mean, this is an incredibly powerful and positive time for you, but often when we're going through these powerful and positive times, they're karmic lessons and karmic debts that are getting paid, and usually they don't feel good. I mean, usually, you know, it's a lot of deep emotional, new personal foundations. And usually we get those foundations, those truths, those karmic lessons and self-awareness because we're really dealing with things we didn't want to. But that's how we overcome them. And I'm being hard on you right now because of what I'm being given. I mean, I'm feeling like I'm being pushed down, you know, and I'm feeling like I have all the weight on my shoulders. And I want you to realize, give yourself a break. This is just you coming through a level of self-realization and bringing a healing forward. And even though mindfully, you guys are not necessarily, it's not that you're not good with emotions, but you're more better with, you know, intellectually thinking. You're much better with being analytical and stuff. And when the emotions come in, you can really pick yourself apart. And I'm just saying, don't. Allow yourself the lessons, allow yourself also the healing love at this time. Because I feel like you're not just shape-shifting, like you're being rebuilt. And that's because obviously there's some very important things for you in the next years to come. And this is helping you truly get on that path of that soul purpose. Really. Getting you where you need to be. Okay. Yeah, I already knew you were going to be the one talking. What is going on in the core energies with Aquarius? What is going on in the core energies with Aquarius for the month of December? Whoa. It's that one. What was I saying? It is ground yourself. Allow Mother Earth to connect the heart to Earth, to the tree of life, to nurture you. This is my, which deck is this? It's my, like, sacred knowledge deck. But more or less, this is saying right off the bat, ground yourself and allow Mother Earth to cradle you. Allow her to carry you through this. Basically, be connected to the source energy. Be connected to above and so below. Be connected to Mother Earth and allow that nurturing energy to cradle you, connect with you, and help open the heart to the ever-changing earth, ever-changing love, ever-changing soul of her, because that's going to keep you grounded in a way that, you know, you need to be grounded this month. Like I said, you don't want to get swept away in your own emotions. You want to work through them. You want to deal with them. You want to see your way through them and heal them. Yes, but you don't want them to carry you away. You don't want to get lost in the void, so to speak. Because right now you're probably feeling lost from the connection, lost from the source, lost in general, you know, out of root, out of yourself. This is saying that, you know, you need to get grounded. Maybe you need to go out and spend some time outside. I mean, I don't know where you are on you know, on the planet. I don't know if it's cold or warm, you know, where you're at. But I mean, even if, I mean, there's still things you can do outside. I mean, with a coat on, I mean, you might need to get outside some and, you know, get with earth, get with plants, put some plants in the house. I don't know. I'm just giving you ideas. Get with the fairy energy some, help them ground you. I don't know what to tell you. I'm giving you what I'm getting, because what I'm getting is you're feeling lost. You're feeling disconnected. But this has everything to do with the karmic debts of finding the hidden true self from within. The unconsciousness allowing itself to come forward. Because you are in need of clarification. You are in need of clarification. You need to see the larger perspective. This is the lesson, is what the card is called. It is entering the state of the heightened awarenesses. Absorb all of its information. Get yourself grounded and get yourself pulled back together. Like I said, give yourself some pampering time. Give yourself some you time. But you time in a positive way. If you're in your head too much, that's when you need to get out of you time. So you're not in... You know, you're not in ways that could be, you know, suicidal and dental, you know, unhealthy to you. Because I feel like you could very much be walking through this very easily, because you've been on your mission for a while and you understand the depth of this. But with all of these planets coming into that 12th house, this could very much be hard on you. So give yourself self-love, and when you need it, get out and get the love from the other people. But make sure they're the right people. Okay? The next thing that is coming out is maybe beyond recollection. See, there are some relationships that the cord needs to be cut on. Plain and simple. This is the core energy. You need to get right with self. You need to get out. You need to realize you're going through a clarification. You're seeing the larger picture. And some people are going to need to go. It's that simple. And I'm like, this isn't even all me. This is partially them. They're like coming down on me with this energy right now. Transmutation, dynamic change, change the very core of your life and your being. And this is what I was saying this energy is feeling like. Who else? Yeah, I knew we were coming up. Can you shine some light, please? Aquarius. This is asking you to be the Aquarius that's inside of you. That inner rebel. That inner unpredictable person. This is asking you to find that freedom. Get back to adoring that change. Aquariuses are known for creating their own rules. Shock and awe. This is the time to come back to you, babe. And realize some of this is definitely You know, a dynamic change is going to change the very core of your life and who and what you are. But this is also saying some of the people in these situations are beyond reconciliation. Sorry, beyond reconciliation. This is about personal integrity and balance. Is there anything else here? They're also saying something to do with your hobbies. This is the Gimel. I know you don't understand what all of this is, but more or less that's Hebrew. The Gimel speaks to me of, the way that I get it is, it's the punishment or the reward. And every single day you are given the chance to wake up and live your life as this life is a punishment or this life is a reward. That's a free will choice. You are choosing what you are doing. And remember that this month. Put that, like, write that down for yourself. Remember that this month. Then you are getting Leo, which is your exact opposition. This is finding compassion, creativity, finding the lion heart inside, but for yourself, I feel like. This is drama and attention, some pride and ego, and entertainment. This might be also you're fighting your own pride and ego. I mean, you've got a lot of that going on. I feel like this is, definitely meant to help. It's going to be a good thing, but working through it may be difficult. Okay. Can we go someplace nicer? Can we go someplace nicer? I just keep saying the same things, and I don't want to sound like I'm harping. So, can we please do something nicer, higher vibrational with, we're just going to change the whole thing. Can you give them some inspiration on relationships? I know they've got a lot going on. I love them, but they're smart asses. Because what they give me is the 11th house. It's your community. It's your community. It's your hopes, your dreams, your ambitions. Again, and they're illuminating self-realization. Okay? So, let me try this deck. What can they expect? What can they expect in the relationship zone? Up close and personal relationships. What can they expect for the month? What can they expect for the month? In up close and personal relationships. I mean, just throw them a bone, okay? Please. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to not have the same thing be said over and over and over again. They're telling you to expect your inner passions and fire to be revved up. Honor your fire. The fire that feeds love. That's asking you to come back to your solar plexus and your heart chakra and get them in balance. This is asking you to connect to your soul fire, but the fire that also is open enough to change and forgiveness and something new. This is what they're asking you to expect and to do for the month. It was that one. They're reminding you, whether it's the relationship or them, all of us are not separated. We are all one. We are all part of the same thing. We are all going through the same thing in our own ways. We all move in our own seasons. There is a natural ebb and flow to everything in life. And to remember that this month, as you come back into your fire and bring that into the relationships, remember there's a natural ebb and flow, and that we are all connected, even if you may not be feeling it. And then this is called the Steam Cave. This is eternal forces, honoring relationships with Earth and with all four directions. Again, this is the ebb and flow, allowing you to work with the source energy and allowing it to take part in these relationships in your life and help you know intuitively, I think also, how and where to take it by listening to that and knowing the ebb and flow of the communication and your soulfulness, as well as your, your integrity. What can you expect? I just got orchids. Orchids for me is my favorite. Because, okay, I know exactly where you're going with this. Orchids for me are my favorite. Because everybody likes roses, but roses have thorns. And they always tell you to beware of the thorns. But an orchid has to be very delicately loved and taken care of, because it will easily fall apart. This is telling you right now, your relationships in your life, as well as yourself and the healing process of that ebb and flow, is an orchid. It won't stab you quite like a rose does, but it can just as easily, the petals can fall apart. This is a very delicate time for you and the ebb and flow of the universe and your relationships and what they're talking about. So treat yourself and your life like an orchid right now. What can we expect in let's see, now let me get it out. This one doesn't go upside down. This is Metatron's Cube. This is Metatron's Cube. This speaks to you of problem solving as a whole. This is peace and substance at the same time. Justice and freedom at the same time. This is balancing your inner yin and yang, your harmony and your creativity. And my favorite saying, because every time Metatron shows up in my life, almost every single time, the first thing Metatron says to me is, take the doubt out. Because you are creating your own reality. So take the doubt out. And remember, you're creating your own reality. Now, that could be going for the relationships. It could be going for your goals, dreams, ambitions. Is there anything going on here financially? Let's just go straight to financially, because we've been hitting everything else. This speaks to you of equal balance, equal the one, time to take action, support, force, and passion. This is strength. Trust in your strength in this area of your goals, your dreams, but I specifically asked for finances. So strengthen up in this area and pull your finances together, pull yourself in whatever is going to help you get what you're trying to get on a financial level. But remember, finances are material. So you may get everything you want, you may be going after everything you want, but at the end of the day, will it fill you? Will it fill you, supply you? It may give you materially money, but will it give you everything else that you were longing for. This is what they're saying. Your 4 equals your balance. Time to take action. It can support you financially. But don't only allow the money to be what you're after right now. Because this is about strength. I feel like this is hold out for the right thing. Yeah, don't forget. This is a sacred union. Do not forget the sacred union. Because, like I was saying, I feel like I wanted to say hold out for the right thing. If you are going after it just because it's money and just because it will financially fit, is it going to fit the union that you have with yourself? Is the question right now. Financially. Aquarius. Don't. Jacob's ladder of truth. Unlocking your information. This is also, this is also DNA. So, like I said, hold out for the truth. Hold out for what is, emotionally supportive. Soul, mind, body, and soul. And works with the financial situation. Don't just take and jump after the first thing that's there. This is building the ladder of what you truly desire. And if it's not in sync with your ethics and your morals, then it's not ready for you right now. One last card. One last. Back to Tree of Life. As above, so below. It's the infinite connection that will always be here. This is always an ebb and flow. Remember, I feel like for you this month is remember. This is ebb and flow. This is all that this is. Really. I feel like that's what I want to say. This is all of your 4 directions coming together into a brand new ebb and flow. This is Cancer energy. Is what they're giving you too, to end it up and end this with. I mean, all of a sudden I'm getting stuttery even. So I feel like, you're going to be questioning. You're not sure where and how to, to do this. But this is saying this should all be nurturing. You need to be nurturing self. Because you also have the North Node in Cancer. And for you, that's those everyday daily tasks and routines and the people, places, and things and energies that you consume in those everyday routines, those everyday tasks. Cancer is saying there's something you need to learn here in order to move forward. And are you nurturing these routines, these people, places, and things? Are they nurturing you? And are you nurturing your routines in healthy ways? Because this is all about home, family, nurturing energy. This is all about the sensitive, emotional vulnerability. This is protective, yet private. And safety and nesting. What are you nesting in? People, places, things, the energies they consume. The ebb and flow of the month is asking you, where do you want that flow to go? And what will you feed it? Because you do create your own reality. You have a lot coming for you. Like I said, a lot coming for you in very positive ways. But I feel like you are definitely being told this is the time to strengthen your inner soldier. Is what I just heard. Your inner warrior, your inner sacral chakra, and get on path with your solar plexus, your creativity, your inner warrior, your I am, so that you're really going in a direction that you believe I am about. Bye.